So very early on in the draft, we believed Klinks is really good, and we believe in Ame.
Oh, who doesn't, right? Anybody else believe in Ame? All right,
I guess.
All right. Last question for you here today. So you guys favor that Elder Titan. Only one other team did in this tournament. It was Paravision, so you've proven to be the superior Elder Titan team. Why does this hero work for you guys and nobody else?
我们看你们选了上古巨神大牛蛮多次的，然后本次比赛当中只有另外一支队伍 PV 选了大牛，你们已经证明自己是更好使用大牛的队伍。你觉得为什么你们的队伍会比较成功呢？使用这个英雄？
一个是携手玩的比较好，我觉得 X Nova 的大牛玩的特别好，还有感觉对面根本针对不了我们。
Well, one thing is that the player plays it really well. X Nova's Elder Titan is amazing, and they just have no way to counter us.
All right, well, we'll see about that. Thank you so much, my friend, for an excellent interview. Thank you as well to Helen, our translator. And we'll throw it to game number 2.
Welcome everybody to game number 2 between Extreme Gaming and
All
Falcons.
right,
We heard the words from the director himself talking about X Nova and that Elder Titan. Now you pointed to this hero. You said it was going to be one of the heroes of the tournament. As time goes on, people are going to remember that this hero is a beast in the late game. You agree with his assessment that X Nova's Elder Titan is just a tier above the rest?
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the OG players on this hero. He has been playing it for years and years. He has a lot of experience on it. And you need that experience because this hero is all about hitting that stunner Earth Splitter at the exact right moment in the fight. If you mess it up, you're not contributing a whole lot. This is a really nice tool XG has brought out in this series, and one Falcons are going to have to address. They're trying to address it through the laning phase, giving him bad lane matchups, giving him supports that are difficult to interact with, also mid laners that are really mobile. Sometimes the CT can suffer with direct lockdown compared to a lot of hard.
Klinks is not a farm hero.
That game 1 though, it did not push through, and we saw some big plays coming out from X Nova, especially with this Hoodwink ET duo.
All eyes on Skeeter.
In the game 2, Falcons did not deny this combination, so you're going to have that insane spell amp, and you have this puck to play off of it. A lot of long-range artillery coming out from this XG lineup.
It really does go to show just how amazing a player X Nova is. He wasn't even originally on this roster. Filling in for Pelosin, he's managed to step up. Of course, he's got a history of synergy with Ame, and there's no doubt about it that he is a top-tier TI caliber player. But it is amazing that Extreme Gaming have managed to fit him into the lineup so effortlessly.
It's up to Falcons to fight back. Down a game, not out of it yet. They want a strong laning base here, as the panel mentioned. A lot of fast-paced heroes in this Falcons lineup. A lineup that could absolutely just end this game going higher at that 25-30 minute mark, particularly with this Abaddon pick for Skeeter. I think they had a couple options in that last slot.
No.
Trouble. Falcons.
No.
Are they going to claim first blood this time? The Quill, not enough, and X Nova gets the kill on Crit first.
Oh. X Nova.
Trade-off of support for Core, but Falcons just get single digits away from first blood.
Mar would have liked that 100 bonus gold there. Won't get it in time, but still happy with the lane.
Ooh, a little banter. What is he doing?
This is looking like a triple lane win for Falcons. Exactly what they want with these Enchantress-oriented lineups.
And that's quite a turn from game 1 where we saw it very early on. It was Extreme getting the CS advantage in the first couple minutes.
Let's go Skeeter. This is a Skeeter hate channel.
That first pick Mars, I think, caught him off guard a little. It set the pace straight out of the gate. XXS had a very fast start on that hero. He was just so far ahead out of that lane phase. The Beast is going to be a little slower here, especially into the Enchantress. Not a fun lane. You can't abuse the boards as strongly. You have to go the Axis build. Abaddon can shield it off. Not a fun lane for this Beast to fight into. And this Bristle can be annoying for the Klinks. It's one of the few melee heroes that can cause you problems because he can chase you down. He can build the stacks up. And Klinks, his tankiness comes online later in the lane, not on those super early levels.
Oh, that damage is building up.
Oh boy.
He's just work right now. Crit gives him the tonic, but not enough.
Jesus Christ.
Amar still falls. They both get dangerously low. Ame ends up going down in the end. And this dagger lands.
Might go back in.
And X Nova, he's now going to challenge him. Crit, he's got another dagger coming up, but he still has that whip. X Nova can challenge him, especially with the healing sound going. This is going to be a decent amount of miss CS. X Nova shows Crit on the chase.
It's a big mana from XG on this lane.
Well, he doesn't have TP yet. He doesn't have TP yet. He missed 2 waves.
That was very close with the Quill stacks building up. XG strike back. Put Ame back in a solid position.
Wedding cake.
Falcon Blade. Malrine doing his usual Primal Beast shenanigans here.
Yes, that is what you can expect from a Primal Beast pickup for Falcons. It almost doesn't matter what the matchup is, just because
kill
he can
Clink's top
always
knot, you can
cut
call
the
it.
lanes.
Don't.
That's
Cut between the mid tier 2 and
Don't
farm
do
out
it.
neutrals at the same time.
It's interesting they put this deep dire jungle ward, almost expecting these primal rotations through that jungle.
Right.
I don't think it's a move Malrine would have committed to, but just getting vision on him helps you play the map a little bit better. Expecting the shenanigans, perhaps.
Malrine, as a result, is up in both CS and experience, so he might get to that level 6 first. We'll see what commences if Falcons try and make a play off of him into the mid lane, or if we're going to see Malrine make the rotation.
I think you make the rotation this game. I think that's why you pick Primal. You can rotate these side lanes super successfully. You can just keep pulling waves. You can be off map
Puck is
for a
doing
long
fine
time.
middle.
That move can
That's
be
a
difficult
W.
to read. And you have some pretty
Everyone
decent
is doing
side
fine,
lanes to kill.
actually.
Going in on this Clinks, going in on the Beastmaster, building momentum for your two side laners could be really nice in this style of game.
That was the first thing I thought when I saw a Clink's pickup into the Primal Beast. I was like, okay, that is a bold move, because this Primal Beast is probably going to be trying to hunt down this Clink's non-stop in the first 20-30 minutes.
It's a great target for Malrine. If you can connect once or twice, it's going to feel great here. Not a lot of defensive options for Ame if he just gets trampled on.
Be a whole lot easier if they could get a power rune.
Big
in
rune
particular,
now.
something like an arcane or haste
Can
rune.
we get lucky for once?
Malrine. Will it spawn top for Malrine, or will it go bottom?
Malrine can't be lucky every
XM.
game. Come on. Oh my
It's
god.
an invis rune for
Why?
Malrine. So Malrine does get it, but not the
not the
biggest
best
power
one.
rune in the world in this early game.
I was hoping for something more aggressive there. He'll take it. And he's having a way better start here than he did in that game 1. And I think he's on a hero that can just impact the fight a lot more directly. We don't see Ember for a reason, and I think it was odd that Falcons ended up in a position where they were last picking Malrine's hero. Very rare for them in this tournament. If you go back and look at all the games, right, they have been just jamming his hero early. A lot of these mid-melee brawlers. So having this setup probably feels a lot more comfortable for them. They're able to draft accordingly. Lane pressure building up on the safe lane with the Enchantress as X-Nova trying to threaten that Shrine steal, but
Quick Shrine.
I think it's way too difficult to
We're
man
gonna
up
lose
here.
bottom Shrine, are
I
we?
like that. He
Guys?
pulls the hard camp too early, so
gonna lose
it'll be
both
difficult
shrines.
for Crit to be able to re-pull it
Oh
at the
my
right
God.
time for another stack. This bottom lane
My
though,
wife!
is being pressured heavily. They're just going to run over Shin-Q and set up for
Oh my God, he
the
slammed my
Wisdom
wife.
Shrine. That's
Okay,
going to be
this
a
is
double
not good.
for Falcons. They got this last time.
This is not good.
Perfect move from Malrine. At the exact point in this game, you want that mid to get over there. Set that kill up. Double Wisdom Shrine. Do to XG what they did to you last game with Ame taking it away. And set your supports up for success here. Very fast start for this Falcons lineup.
XM will do what he can to pressure the mid tower, but it's just not the same as, say, a Dragon Knight.
Oh, not even close. I mean, his best tool is to counterplay the Malrine Beast, Primal Beast around the map with the coil. But a move like that's just too fast. There's no ability to react. And you need damage to follow up on your coil to bring him down in this game. He's already up to 1200 HP.
Talking them back to the classic 3
Puck cannot
unkillable
kill
cores.
this hero alone. You need support. Losing Wisdom Shrines means the damage from your support duo is going to come out way later in this game. No Earth Splitter, no Sharpshooter for a long time. More space, more time for Malrine to just rampage around the map. This could be a free tower last hit. There
Secured.
2K lead.
Illusion Rune for XM, so we're getting a lot of the lesser power runes out of here, which means it's going to be a whole lot more important to get that 10 and 12 minute one for either side.
And they just picked all unkillable
Another
heroes.
same defensive,
and a defensive
jungle
hero.
right there to spot out these aggressive rotations
support.
now that they've given up the
Yows.
top tower. Certainly going to see a lot more heroes occupying this space.
You can continue to dodge here, but ultimately you're going to have to find something to get levels on your supports. Just a little bit behind right now, and it's killing your offensive playmaking ability. There's just no threat on these heroes around the map. I mean, this Enchantress is already almost 6.5. Raindrop, full wand, Sister Shroud, untouchable, 2 points in the heal. He's already unkillable. We saw Snake King become a nuisance late game. He's kind of already there. No one's bringing him down. It's in theory going to be Ame
Who can
again
even
later
kill?
on a hero that can bring the Enchantress down, similar to that Ursa. But that's a long ways away, so the King
Amar
can play
maybe.
very aggressive in this early game.
Stomp
Yes.
on Amar. The puck is making its way over here.
Level
so
4
they can just hold him
supports.
here long enough that the puck arrives. An orb, he jumps in, hits the coil. And they finish him off. XM going to be slowed down and feared by Crit. Good response from Falcons. Pushes XM away. The play just didn't really come together quite at the same time. The puck just too far away to take advantage of the early bushwhack.
That almost felt like the play call was, let's just kick this guy out.
Yeah.
We know we can't really kill him, but we'll get him low. We'll kick him out. It'll free up some
Kind of a bad start.
These strength cores are going to be a nuisance to bring down this game. Back to Falcons MO, right? Spam the triple strength core. Build the EHP up. Get a pipe behind him. Get some auras. It's going to be an insane amount of tankability. Yeah, that's not happening either. And this is the aggressiveness that Snake can play with for the first 20 minutes here. He's totally invincible. Just run on XG side of the map. Give vision. Steal camps. Threaten the pokes behind the tier 1s. Get the wards in deep places that are going to set up further plays for your team. This is all information that Malrine can play off of. It's all power runes that are automatically being secured from him just off the presence of this Enchantress that nobody wants to deal with right now.
Just relax, let him get the items.
He's a bit surrounded here.
Need that
the
soul
daggers
clinks.
into the viscous nasal goo. Okay, and he can't TP out either because Crit is ready to stop that one. So his life is kind of forfeit here. There's that fear. And Falcons up 2,000 net worth. This is looking way more like a Falcons game. They get an advantage off the laning phase. Now they're going to start building that, and they're going to bully you with that net worth advantage with their strength heroes. I mean, they're already tough to kill, but you get a net worth advantage on top of that. Overwhelming.
This is what they wanted to happen in Game 1. They're getting it in Game 2, so now they get a chance to play their style of Dota against XG. Up 3K now, so much of that on this Bristleback. If ATF is the most farmed hero in the game, I think your chance to win it goes up considerably. This is this man in his element. He is the best in the world at playing this carry style off lane. He is in prime position to do just that. Going first.
337, thank you. It's so nice.
Here. Great scaling against the Beastmaster Roars. You're almost always going to want it at some point in the game. Of course, you get a little regen to boost up your farm speed. And XG still looking for the supportals here, man. It's just been mega delayed.
Yeah, without that, they simply do not
Indonesia.
have
I think all Indonesians have gone to bed by now.
Farming right in front of their tier 2. They need Xingqiu badly to get to his 6 and get the sharpshooter for the extra bit of burst of damage, for the break mechanic. There's so many things that it provides. Same goes with the Elder Titan, right? The biggest damage spell he has is that Earth Splitter. The fact that their Wisdom Shrines got taken away from them is causing them more and more problems.
They also, again, going straight Helm on this Hoodwink, potentially for Xingqiu. They have a Helm on the Beast. They do have some split push stall mechanisms, right? If you can get these items up, start pushing the lanes of the Falcons, make these immobile cores show on parts of the map they don't want to, that can be a way to slow this game down and just get to some more scaling on your tri-core here. Especially if you can defend this tier 1 mid. Biggest pressure point on the map right now, tier 1 mid for XG. Can you keep this tower alive, protect Ancients for XXS, protect the upper jungle area for Ame as Amar starts to assert his advantage. He finishes this Lotus, you might see that smoke towards mid, especially with the Primal Beast blink.
Have you ever seen a Helm Dom creep on a Skeleton Warrior?
I don't think I have. It's not the
Big
strongest
Brother
boy.
Skeleton, man.
It's going ham. Okay, never mind.
Helm and a little bro.
Yeah, not the best play considering it does time out. XXS will need a few more seconds to grab another one, but fortunately, because of his double Sage's Mask,
how are they going to kill the enemy heroes,
so
man?
He's just throwing wild axes around non-stop. So despite Falcons getting that early advantage, it does seem like Extreme are prepared for this kind of grind. They're just playing very efficient jungle right now.
But are
breathe
you
in, breathe out.
Arcane Rune Blink, Primal Beast smoking at you on the map?
I'm not sure if anybody is prepared for that much.
I mean, this is where Malrine can break the game open. If he finds a couple big core kills.
Backs away, but they know where he's going. He's headed to farm some neutrals. Just outside. He just used an orb. Perfect timing. Get the grab on him. While the orb is done, chain up the disables, push him into the wheel.
So clean.
Nice connection.
Very clean.
Executed. That's an Arcane Rune, so all your cooldowns coming up again in 20 seconds here.
Imagine I was drunken and Sepet is doing that gank.
I think the funniest part about that is that play is disguised by the fact that the Enchantress is hitting your mid tier 2 or tier 1. So they're not sure if there's a smoke play behind the Enchantress where if somebody shows they're going to get jumped, or if they're actually smoking around the map.
Quick 100, he almost has Radiance.
He's once again just posting up solo in this triangle, daring XG to come kill him.
Oh, you're not giving this up. If you give this up, call it.
Skeeter's going to do the exact same
no,
thing.
no, just call it.
Push him back into the shrine. Crazy little micro plays going on.
With travel on Primal Beast?
Slowed down by XM, but it doesn't matter. They simply just do not have the damage anywhere.
Not only the fight behind the gold,
and then follow through
the
with all the setup
experience,
that they
so on the
got.
level.
There's the Bristle rotation to mid ATF. He gets it for free here. All the attention drawn to another lost Wisdom Shrine. The XP difference in this game is insane. We are already up to 7 levels, 27% at 14 minutes. What is that?
This is
disgusting.
This is turning into a very one-sided affair.
But you're about
Hey
to
guys,
have both these
let's
radiant
pick a fighting
supports the
lineup
same
but never
level
fight.
as your hard carry on the side of XG.
Pick the tanky
That
course.
is not good news for the team fight. XG. It's almost getting
What does
to the
he
point
have?
where
Does
you
he
are
have?
desperate for any
He
sort of
needs
kill
death so
just to
badly.
gain some momentum in this game. Trying to find it with XM on mid, but this is not the man.
Not even close.
Pro players.
Not even close.
Pro players.
This is the last person on this
What?
map
I
you should
need
be going
3?
into right now. He is the hardest to kill for the gain you're getting, which is extremely minimal. Snaking just controlling so much.
You got
of this
Radiance,
area.
50
XG
minutes.
getting frustrated with
With
it.
face
Just gotta
plus
play
1
for your
to null.
Beastmaster
That's pretty
Ags.
good.
Deso on Ame.
For Skeeter, that's
Trying to go with
godlike.
that damage.
Yeah, maybe a little bit later on, Ame, he'll be able to take the Enchantress off the table at the start of these fights, whether it's, through the break into actually attacking the Enchantress or through the Shard later on where you could bypass that untouchable. But for now, it's simply not a solution. And as a result, Falcons, they've got full control of this game. They're just running around, picking off heroes. Extreme are fighting for scraps. They little guerrilla warfare. They're hitting these camps variously and hitting the mid lane and just running away as soon as they can.
They have heroes that can solo show on waves, and there's not much you can do about it. The Enchantress is one, but also this
we're
Skeeter
getting great
he
key.
has just been chilling out here the whole time. Nobody can force him off this wave. Absolute free farm. The Radiance is done. He's going into Manta. He will give you
This
the
is what
lane
I
jump
expected the
because
final
of
to
how
be like.
aggressively he can show. XG need to assert some sort of threat on the map.
But the
right
game
now to
was-
regain
game 1 was a
control.
bit different.
It probably starts with the puck into the support ultimates. Looking down bottom, but again, this is another tough target to go into with this Abaddon. You cannot prevent the ult going off here.
Good luck
and that buys
killing
a
this
lot
guy.
of time for Falcons to support him off of the tier 1 that is still standing.
Instagram,
All 3
let's see if
towers
she
available. In
DM
fact,
me
this
at-
tower is basically 100% HP down here.
When you make this sort of play, the slower it is, the worse it gets. Mid tier 2 is being pushed. Top tier 2 is being pushed. Nobody on Extreme is showing except for Ame. And I think Skeeter and Maureen, they've made a read of this. They know they're going to go for Skeeter.
Okay.
And it's going to go real bad, potentially. They get the grab, and already the Squirrel is gone. And the Bat is
I
back
can't-
up to full HP.
I don't want to watch
Extreme
anymore.
Gaming make their first big move of the game, and they're going to lose 3 heroes and get absolutely nothing in return.
And a double kill for Maureen, 5-0. This is basically going to finish up that BKB.
Classic 1-1.
This has been clinical control of the map from Falcons.
Classic
This
1-1.
is what they're known for. This is their style at Dota. They just give you nothing. They present an unkillable sight across the map. You want to go on this Bristle? Be my guest. You want to go on Enchantress? Good luck. Go on the Abaddon? The play's too easy to read.
Why is this game 2 so much different than game 1? Because last time, Ame was just able to play his own game and has nothing really to do with carries, right? Extreme were able to run around as 4 and do a lot.
I think it's the Wisdom Shrine difference, right?
Yeah.
Supports for Extreme got their ults faster, were able to make more plays off it. They had a faster hero in the offlane to enable it in the Mars versus the Beast. That just sets everything up way better. The laning phase went better for them. Here, Falcons, they got the better of the laning phase. They got all the shrines. Their supports were able to assert dominance around the map a little quicker. And all these small things add up immensely in the highest pressure situation. The map can close real fast on you.
It feels kind of weird because we have seen this trend where these games are going so late. Teams are adjusting and trying to make sure that they have scale in their squad. But it seems like this matchup, it's going to be both about scale and laning phase.
You can't ignore it. And it's a trap. Like, you want to play for the scale because that's what's going to make you feel comfortable, especially in a grand final. But you risk getting run over. You are going to sacrifice some of your laning. You're going to sacrifice some of your ability.
Oh, we're
to
gonna
play
fight back
around
soon.
these tier 1s. And Falcons are not a team that's afraid of taking advantage of that.
Mr. Beast is winning.
Oh yeah, they're just going to do Roshan right in front of your face. And Extreme,
No response.
I don't think there is. Yeah, I think
Does Extreme
that
giving
the
you
most
realize they don't
is
have a
the Spirit
Medusa
going
this
in,
time?
slowing him down every once in a while.
To
And
go
every
hyper
single
late
time
team.
he does, it comes at a risk. He might get found by Maureen at some point.
items are just
I hope
way too
Alive
fast
2
here.
dies in a car accident. That's pretty mean.
Crimson for ATF on this Bristle.
Alive 2, are you
That
just going
is
to take
a
that?
debilitating item for Ame this early in the game. Yeah, you have the Deso to kind of punch through with some minus armor, but this Clinks is not dealing big DPS like an Ursa or a Sven. He needs more right clicks to get the job done, and this Crimson is just going to completely take you out of the fight.
Yep.
You get Desolator!
Classic Ame and Yatoro Clinks, where once they pick up the shard, they're going to start bursting down waves and then disappearing off the map.
Best
So
ET
it
in
will
the
start to
world,
become
level
harder
6.
and harder for Falcons
You
to
cannot give
maintain
up your
control,
wisdom,
to
Franz.
keep Extreme
You just
locked on
can't
their
do
side
it.
of the map, to keep them down in net worth.
We are seeing it flatline a little bit. I mean, they got a lot of this bottom half of the map back in their control. Got to start ratting it out of it.
Yoink!
No way you can take a head-on fight right now. Nova looking to steal this. He's set up here with a ward.
I don't even know how he would do that with Elder Titan of all heroes.
I mean, we got to pause right as
Anxiety!
this
Oh,
crit.
racist
Where the
sign?
hell is the spirit coming from right now?
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't
Reason?
care, though. That's a nice little shard for the Ringmaster.
Quick food break.
Do you think they buy an early gem? You just start looking around. I mean, anything to take wards off and find the Clinks as Ame's moving around. I feel like that's the only thing that really can stall out the game for Falcons and stall out their progression.
I could see early gem in this game, particularly because you have cores you can give it to that are invincible.
Yeah.
I mean, the Enchantress can always hold it, but if you want to put it on the front line with the Bristle or the Abaddon, maybe even the Primal, they're such an indomitable threat right now. There's no risk of losing this gem in your mind. I would love an early gem here. Take the vision control like you saw XG do in game 1. Choke them out on the map, threaten the Clinks even more in the team fights. You just aren't going to be able to get those good angles.
Remedy cutting out
And what's the
Timmy?
timing here for Extreme?
Damn, a lot of
to
drama in chat
actually,
today.
You know, take a team fight. Is that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes from now? How long do they have to stall this game before they can finally fight?
I mean, honestly, at this point, if you're not losing a net worth advantage, in other words, if you are trading farm evenly on the map, you do that for as long as possible.
Okay.
Like, I don't think there is a clear point. It's just we need to stall this game, use the DOMs, get to a point where we can start to threaten cores in this game, because that's your biggest problem. And that's going to require a lot of damage.
How am
We didn't do much
I'm
to interrupt the
relaxed,
Tormentor, but he
this is a
did
snooze
leave
game.
Falcons
Everybody
on a
knows
little
the game's
merry
over.
chase. And
Just
then
leave.
after that, his ward spotted out this smoke. So they go through the gate, they try and chase after these heroes, but Extreme are all vacating the area. They're not going to be caught in this. Well, maybe their Helmet Dom creep will. But even Jin Q, yep, breaking more smokes, playing underneath the Watcher. Very smart.
You cannot lose Double Shrine again in this game. Ame needs to get this one.
Okay, maybe that was sticking around for too long there. He already broke the smoke, but Jin Q, cheeky as always, was trying to play inside the trees. Does get found. That is the advantage of the Primal Beast. He can cut through these trees
They
anytime
got it
he wants
again.
to.
Oh my god.
Very
They lost
nice
all
hero to find these
shrines.
rats
6
around
shrines.
the map.
Show the levels.
Off this mid, just so hard to get the link.
Show the levels. So Snaking is level
Will
13.
pick up though. I mean,
Clinks
you
is
have an incredible
14.
lineup to split the lanes up right between the Puck and the Clinks. Very
Oh my
elusive,
god,
very hard to catch
okay.
here. Even Hoodwink
That's a
can
W.
contribute a little bit, especially if he goes the Helmet Dom build. There's some decent hope if you're XG to just stall this game out and not let that lead build.
I want to see Elder Titan
And
level.
Amar takes some tier 2s. You take that tier 2, you take the outpost, more and more map control. I do almost wonder,
But one
like,
gift sub on this game.
would Falcons be strong
Wonder
enough
if they win, if China wins, I'll suck
to
you
get
off.
high ground and say, you know, you have to fight us?
I think Amar is strong enough, honestly.
Yeah, well, we saw he wasn't scared of the high ground whatsoever. Farmed the creep wave underneath the tier 3, joins his team to the mid tier 2.
The thing is, Falcons can absolutely go high ground. They've built all the early utility. You have sustain from Enchantress. You have shields from Abaddon. I think they will make this play.
High level
That is the
support.
downside for the rat action from Extreme. You're not going to have
8!
time.
Hoodwink level 8 at 22 minutes.
You can keep farming the side lanes. Puck and Beast are on the edges of the map. Your base is dying. You have to take this fight.
Somebody's got to kill this mid wave. And then somebody's got to cut the next wave.
Level 8 Elder Titan.
No, so yeah, then the other
Lord
option
have
is you
mercy.
either concede this mid lane of barracks at 22 minutes, or you actually play to fight.
Falcons got what they wanted. Everybody back to the base. except for this XXS Beastmaster, stayed out. They will try and hunt him, clear him out of the map.
Yeah, he's getting so close to BKB, and that would be a really big upgrade to their team fight potential.
He's gonna run into crit. Try and roar and kill him here?
Yeah, Maureen, he's gonna jump in, and he gets grabbed on XXS. No roar goes out just yet. The roar's still available though. XXS, he can throw it out now, and he'll TP away. The whip is gonna be there in time. The TP, ill-advised for XXS. He tries to chase down crit, but it just will not work for him. Kited out by the constant daggers. Meanwhile, Lamar still hitting your tier 3s. He's chipped it away just a bit more, and now that there's no Beastmaster, it feels like the gates are wide open.
They're trying to stall his damage, but he has just planted himself here. Truly invincible in this front line. Still 20 seconds for that Aegis. The early itemization gives him so much tankability at this point in the game before the late game Flink scaling comes online.
And there's the gem in 24 minutes. Staking buys one. We'll see if he passes it off to somebody else or if he holds on to it.
I'm gonna take your pick.
You can't play like this, man.
The Aegis does expire, so Falcons, they won't get a lane of barracks out of this Aegis. Likely to wait out for the second one. That has been Falcons' MO. When they get in a lead like this, we saw it in the road to TI. I mean, they are willing to just build up an absurd net worth lead. Doesn't always work out for them, but it usually does.
I think this will be a little bit of a difficult game to do that if you just play the map straight up. If you're constantly forcing XG to respond to something, either high ground or Roshan, Torment or whatever it is, that's what's going to build you the lead. But you haven't seen them catching the big cores on the sides of the map. The Bristle's not equipped to do it, the Abaddon's not equipped to do it, so you're really relying on the Primal Beast, and he also has to keep his farm up to continue scaling here. It's just very difficult to catch the puck and the Clinks out on the sides.
We get to BKB on the Beastmaster. We get to Nullifier. That's going to be the item choice for Ame. The panel brought this item up as a crucial item in a matchup against some of these Falcons heroes. Does that change the narrative a little bit?
You remove the Escape Act presence. You remove a lot of the buffs that are going out on these heroes. It does let you more confidently single target focus a hero down with Nullifier plus Primal Lord connecting on somebody.
I mean, you stop the save, but you threaten the
die
hero
like
in the
this,
first
right?
place is my question, I guess.
Oh my god, that was so close.
I mean, if you can't threaten him, then the team fight's just out the
Holy
window
shit.
anyway, right? So you have to believe you have enough single target DPS, and this will set you up to convert that single target DPS into a guaranteed kill. I think it is the correct idea here. There's always going back to X-Nova here on the ET as well, right? Like, if you need damage, this is the hero that can give it to you.
Yes.
Now, BKBs can be annoying. It's blocking out a lot of your aura. You know, you're going to have to get through the Abaddon life. You're not probably going on the Enchantress, but some of these other heroes, you throw that Earth Splitter and you amp them up. You get on top of them with everybody. Sharpshooter through, break the Bristle. Interactions like this, you can bring a target down in this game and open up that fight. Refresher already done on Maureen. He loves this Rush Refresher build.
Yeah.
A bit tight on the mana, but if you're getting every power rune, you got a couple Arcane Boots behind you, it absolutely can work in the fight.
And Extreme Gaming, they bought their own gem, and we're thinking about their own push outside of the base. Maybe to catch Falcons unawares, but Falcons, they're already kind of grouped up. They're playing off the smoke of their own and clearing through vision and getting some very good high ground vision themselves. Running into the Beastmaster. You see him at a distance. XXS making a break for the base. His Hawk will take the dagger, but his body will get grabbed. Maureen starts things off, forcing XXS to use the BKB. There goes the tree cut. That's going to be a constant annoyance. Not only is the Hoodwink going to be hunted down inside of the trees, but this trample cuts trees down, so we can't really rely on the Acorn shot to plant a tree and play off of that Bushwhack.
Very few reliable stunts to play with this game outside of that roar. And of course, there's Skeeter on a bat. You just run in, shield whoever you go on. Have a good day. Now I'm hitting your base. All the ults were used. What do you have left in the tank? No Nullifier yet for Ame. No BKB for XXS. He was your strongest team fighter. And a lot of his net worth got taken off that little gank up top. So this is just a free lane for Falcons.
Kick Cam is here again.
Like a real sad way to lose one of your games in this TI Grand Final.
Is this game a 1 out of 10?
Way to win it.
It's going to be a 1 out of 10 game.
Falcons, everything is going to be undone if they can close out this game from that Game 1's mistakes. You're sort of going to feel like you have a potent draft advantage. from this sort of situation if Extreme haven't managed to answer it here. Oh, good initiation from Malrine. Almost caught XM. They could have chained that with crit and the whip. Would have been beautiful, but hey, there's going to be plenty more opportunities like that. You do not have to rush things too much here.
XM did get to Lincoln's. It is worth pointing out here in case you commit some big spell on him. Just
Sure.
a little defensive capability.
0 out of 10.
There's already an Orchid for Skeeter. He's immediately trying to answer it, put more threat onto this puck, and there's your ticket high ground. Second Roshan available for Falcons. They will instantly clean it up. And this will prompt the smoke from XG. They feel like they have a better shot contesting this than taking that high ground fight against the Aegis. Scan goes out. Falcons leave the pit.
Game deciding
Ame's also
fight,
about as
crushed
strong
him.
as you can ask him to be at this point in time.
Yes.
Level 18, Nullifier done.
Just go in
They
there,
can't
bro.
make it work now. Then you may just have to accept that this is a GG call. Both teams aware of the positioning.
That's not the
Wow.
They try and go for the nullifier, but the grab, no, the roar. It's going to stop
Okay.
him. Ame gets a bit of distance, and the Earth Splitter does good damage. Malrine kind of has to retreat here.
Okay.
As tanky as he is, he backs away. Now chasing after the hoodwink, doesn't get
Actually
back. Either. Pick up
winnable.
the ultimate out of the
nice
skater
Hold.
abandoned. This is going pretty well for
Hold.
Extreme. And now with the break, they go after the abandoned. Escape back to help protect him. No nullifier back up for Extreme just yet. Malrine with the refresh.
He's tanky.
Goes back in with the BKB.
Well,
and a
not that
second
tanky.
round. No roar to protect him this time. And
Hold.
Skater on top of him. What a bushwhack, but Ame simply cannot output the damage.
It's over.
These heroes of
It's
Falcons,
over.
they are just too big and too bad.
Really?
That felt like a fight where XG
Is Malrine the biggest
absolutely
pussy
to the limit. You
banter of
couldn't
all
ask
time?
before. They popped so much early.
You tip in
and
this
they'll end up
situation.
losing basically everybody. Just too much sustain, too much.
He must have been
tankiness
the
in this lineup.
biggest,
They are too
shittiest
far
banter
ahead
of
off
all
the
time.
lanes, and that is likely going to secure Falcons this game to win. And if it does, and you're XG, you're going to have to make some big adjustments going into game 3.
The game is
because
over and
this
we're
was the
winning.
kind of
I
pace
tip
and lane
you.
phase you were trying to avoid in this series. This is one of your weaknesses this tournament. You cannot give this team this kind of start. They just completely run away with it.
Click on next. Quick release a hero to
Relatively
cheer up
low
the
death timers
audience.
because we're just so early into the game. It's only 30 minutes in, and Falcons are threatening a second lane of barracks. 14 seconds seems a bit too long to protect this one. Extreme will have to hold out on that third lane. Protect against Megas, but Falcons, they can take this.
I'm
they can
again the
back out.
smiley face.
Roshan is open for the
Okay.
taking now.
You also just finished up pipe on Enchantress, limiting that ET presence, limiting that hoodwink magical burst damage.
Yeah, this is looking like just disgusting Falcon setup that made them so dominant in the previous year's regular season.
Just max the early EHP across the board. Damage test your enemies. And if they fail, the game just ends.
A scan reads what's coming from Extreme. A desperate 5-man smoke to get to the pit in time, but Falcons, ever patient, will back away from the Roshan pit and force Extreme into this uncomfortable
Does
position.
Falcon have the 23K
where they
ahead or
watch
not?
as the mid lane and the bottom lane push into their base. They want to contest Roshan, but how
Guys, we
long
can't
can
commit
they
a
just
roast, we
hold
might
this
lose.
position to do so?
They cannot hold it forever.
Kick W.
Meanwhile, Falcons, they will sit on this hill until something happens. They are in no rush right now. They know they have this significant 5-on-5 advantage. They have the
Are they
auras
serious?
in this
Are they
early
actually
game.
scared
They
of this
have
fight?
The tanky frontliners that XG have to jump.
They must be oblivious
Just
how
put AT
far
up
ahead
on
they
the
are.
front line and dare XG to jump him.
Extreme definitely going to be put to the test of that bend don't break style. Practically doubled over.
Oh, man, he wanted that
Ame, he's just
damage.
going to go for it.
They just
He
went
looks right
in.
to the middle of them. And Ame's just got to keep on running. XM hoping to protect him here. Now there is the roar stopping out Malrine.
Ow,
Look at
ow,
the
ow.
Enchantress threatening Ame. He's running away from a 5 position who gets saved by the escape back plus the phonic shield. They've got so many things to bail
Okay,
each other
actually
out.
pretty good
As many
for
spells
XG.
as Extreme can land, as many hits as Ame can do, it just doesn't even make a dent in the Falcons' armor.
Too much sustain. Way too much sustain for this lineup to punch through this early into the game. I'm sure they dealt like 6, 7, 8K damage there. And what did you threaten? Half the Enchantress' HP pool?
The sad part is it's just getting worse and worse. They might be dealing more damage, but they're dealing a less when it comes to the percentage of Falcons HP pools. It just looks like they are tankier than ever.
Sages could be a killing blow in this game.
I mean, he picked up a Crystallis, but I mean, it feels like you need a Daedalus and another item to even come close. But
need a divine rapier at this point.
Yeah.
If you want me to blow you while waiting
best
for
he
game to
can.
end.
Amar playing totally isolated because he can. Because even if they could kill him once, he's the one with the Aegis. And by the time they threaten him a second time, feels like his team will probably be able to make the move to support him.
I mean, I love they gave him Aegis here twice, right? Like, just let him go ham on the front line. He has this scene read. He's going to deal a crap ton of physical damage.
You get Aegis, now run top, end it.
And then all you have to do
Put
is
us
worry about
out of our
shielding
misery,
the Primal
please.
Beast if he gets jumped. And that's it, right? There is no threat to the lineup other than that.
Yeah, you don't have to put the Abaddon on the front lines and play that weird game where it's like, oh, they got borrowed time out of us. Now we have to reset a little bit. No, just let the Bristleback do his thing, man.
Nair's Enchantress passing a core. I felt like we would see it at some point in this series with how well Snake King plays the hero.
Quite sad for XXS, who has had a wonderful tournament. But this is a rough game for Extreme Gaming as a whole, and that final push is going to be coming their way. 3.5 minutes to take one lane of barracks. Falcons. This looks free. I mean, how does Extreme, can you even come up with a scenario where they actually win this team fight?
Yeah, 5-man coil, 5-man bushwhack, land an ET stomp on top, Earth Splitter goes through, you amp it up on everybody. ATF disconnects. It's definitely doable here.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, if the Elder Titan isn't alive,
you got buyback.
Now what do you give the chances of that happening?
A lot lower.
He does have buyback, and that is certainly what Extreme are going to have to play off of. Lots of buybacks, as many as they can get. The Beastmaster and the Hoodwink with the other two to have it. Maureen just trying to make Extreme Gaming flinch at this point.
There's the banner drop. Let's get whittled down quite a bit, actually.
XM is trying. Whittling it down won't cut it, though. Extreme, they're going to need to do a whole lot more because the damage that Amar is doing right now, it's about to become permanent. You can't handle Megas.
Is this the worst game of the tournament?
No shot. You have to take the fight here.
It might be the worst game of the tournament.
Trying to wear him down. Shin-Q finally does take away that banner, but who cares about the creeps? Amar, he is more than enough. He doesn't need creeps behind him. The buildings are almost gone, and Extreme have yet to make a move. They're just going to concede this to Megas.
There's no move to make. There is no target to jump. You see a Bristle with Aegis, you see an Enchantress you can't kill, and there's an Abaddon sitting behind everybody. The move just call it. Exist in this game.
You can just say, hey guys, we lost. It's okay, you've lost the game.
Gone back for a
call
36-minute blade mail.
Why not?
You checkmate us.
That's it. I mean, is there even any damage going into him to reflect at this point?
I guess he's saying at some point in time, this Ame Clinks will have to try and all in him. And if he does, he'll have the blade mail to respond.
I think you just get the Shivas up on Maureen here and go for that game-ending push. You're not going to need anything past that.
They're actually backing. That's even worse.
Talk about if you're Extreme. You're sure you're holding on to the game, but you all know that you've lost it. You're just talking about plans for the next one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Adjustments. What went wrong here? Got to plan something out to deal with these heroes, right? And it was going to be an issue in this series. Like, the tempo Falcons can set the laning phase they have is a lot stronger than what XG have shown. They get the upper hand. It's scary. You can rat it out. You can stall that game. We've seen XG do a tremendous job at coming back from these situations. This game is just impenetrable.
The Aegis Bristleback is already here, and the Shiva's Primal Beast is now behind him. So 40 seconds.
All right,
to get Extreme to respond. Here comes that all-in attempt onto the Aegis hero. Can't even kill him the once. Maybe with a stomp. No Earth Splitter yet. They gotta wear through this first life before they use big spells like the Earth Splitter. But the tier 4s are dropping pretty fast here. There goes the Shivas. Maureen tries to make his jump out the grab onto the Beastmaster. Can they blow him up? Or is the Primal Beast the one in trouble? He reframes Earth Splitter to actually interrupts him. Outworld step. Whoa, look at that! He goes right to the middle of them, and Maureen takes 3 down with ease. Falcons go into the Extreme Gaming base. And Extreme, they fight out to pretty much the bitter end, but they will call it quits, and we have a tie series now. the TI Grand Finals.
It has been some time without a 3-0, but we will get it here at the Falcons. And this should be quite the entertaining series because you have to expect that XG are going to make some adjustments going into the next game. They will not want to give Falcons this kind of start with these kind of heroes that just become so tanky so fast, they take you out of the game completely. It doesn't matter how good your teamfight execution is if there is no teamfight to take. There was not a single opening to exploit for XG in that game too.
A complete strategic victory for Falcons in game 2.
Remember to click the subscription button, but that's not good enough. You gotta click the bell. Click the bell. You gotta also click the bell and thumbs up.